Hello everyone, this is Easter Dragon, and welcome back to another episode of Fire Emblem Heroes. In this episode of the Damage Calc series, we'll be taking a look at damage multiplier specials and how they're calculated in the game. And so we will start by briefly mentioning the three main specials you'll probably see that multiply damage dealt by some percent in this case, and so we have Night Sky and Glimmer and Astra. These are the main stuff you'll see. Later in the game we might see some more, but we're not making an exhaustive list because the key thing to notice across those specials is they have this little phrase, boost damage dealt by some percent, and so that's how you know it's a damage multiplier special compared to boosted damage specials, which we covered in the previous episode. Their little phrase is boost damage by, and then whatever criteria it is for determining the damage, boosted damage. And so there's that little subtle difference, and it does matter because they kind of do different things. And so in summary, this will only make a little more sense in the next episode when we cover dealt damage, but the general formula for computing the damage that's boosted by the likes of Glimmer or Astra is attack minus mitigation plus boosted damage. Those are the only things that factor in the damage that these kind of specials boost. So as an example, we have units like Legault with the Cleaner Plus or Nino with a Blade Tome, where they can get boosts to their attack, and so they'll have some attack stat. There might be the weapon triangle involved or whatnot, so your attacking unit is going to have some attack stat versus the defending unit. And there might also be some sources of boosted damage. It might be like a special like Bonfire, or some units have effects built into their weapon or some skills that can deal boosted damage. And so you have those two, you add them together, you get some amount of damage. And then you have the mitigation aspect from the defending unit, the unit that's getting attacked. It's either their defense or res stat, depending on who's attacking. So like for Nino, she'll be attacking a foe's res, whereas someone like Legault's probably going to be attacking the foe's defense. So you just got to keep that in mind. Stuff like dragons with their what we call like adaptive damage or whatnot can change those things up, so that's important to keep in mind. But at the end of the day, you just subtract that from the attack and boosted damage coming from the attacking unit, and you have some amount of damage, and that is the damage that gets boosted by, say, Glimmer or Astra or Night Sky. So that's just hinting at what's coming up in the next episode, where we're going to be covering dealt damage, which is not boosted by these kind of specials, which is why stuff like Wodao plus Glimmer doesn't actually do what a lot of people may mistakenly think they do. So that will be covered more in next episode. I just figured I would mention it now since a lot of damage calcs is intertwined with each other. But as a simple example of what something like Glimmer would do, for example, let's just have Legault with 53 attack here hypothetically attack into a colorless unit with 33 defense. So then he would be overall 53 minus 33 is 20 base damage, and so if you were to proc Glimmer, he would get an extra 50%, or in this case extra 10 damage overall, so he would do 30 damage with that Glimmer proc. And I'm talking about overall. Glimmer only gives 10 bonus damage, not 30. Let's say we have, adult Tiki here with, let's just say 55 attack. say she was going up against a green unit with 30 res, and let's just say for the purposes of this scenario that Tiki's going to be attacking their res stat. And so 55 attack with the weapon triangle becomes 66 attack. And then you have that 30 res from the enemy. So that overall becomes 36 damage. And so if you were to proc Glimmer against that enemy, you get an extra 50% damage. And overall she would do 54 damage. So those are just some simple scenarios. Definitely will cover more of that stuff later in the series, but until then, that's going to be it for this episode. In the next episode, we will be covering dealt damage and a lot of shenanigans. It might be a couple of episodes depending on how much I want to cover, because it is a damage type that people do have some misconceptions about, so I figure probably have to spend a bit more time with that kind of damage. But until then, thanks for watching. As always, this is Ether Dragon, and hope to see you all next time. Bye!